Oh, well, would you look at that? We're back again on Animaljam so soon. Yeah, I kind of hate making videos like this, but like, these kind of things just keep happening, I guess. You know, in the last video, we talked about the whole, doxing stuff, which was kind of a bit serious and affected a very small and minute portion of the community. Although, even with that in mind, I think it was still important that that video was being made. And from what I could see, it was received pretty well. You know, you guys viewed it a lot and whatnot, so it served its purpose. Yeah, it wasn't really too fun to find out 2 days later that a whole nother issue is starting to transpire to Animaljam streamers again, but this is not just really affecting Animaljam streamers specifically, because everybody in the game can see these things, and this has to do with the chat system in the game. People are just straight up saying slurs in game, like actual slurs. So I actually got a few DMs coming in just yesterday and the day before telling me about this, and I thought, yeah, okay, this probably needs a video on it. Because as I said, while I constantly make videos like this and I hate doing it back to back especially, unfortunately you kind of have to when these things happen. Before we do get into the video though, you already know what I'm about to say. The blue headdress giveaway. We're almost at 30k guys, and basically with how the channel's growing recently, it's looking like we're about to hit it by next week at least. So get your last minute entries in, and for those wondering, once this giveaway ends, you guys aren't escaping these giveaway intermissions and videos, because I have another giveaway planned after this one. We gotta do all the things on the screen, and then more in the description below, and good luck. I in fact had another video ready to go today, but I thought this one was probably arguably more important to make in the context of the video. But yeah, let's just hop into it. More dilly-dallying around. So as I said, this was kind of happening to Animaljam streamers at first. It's kind of where I saw it happen at first. I saw this happen in game actually, not just being DM'd about it. One person did DM me saying it was happening on a live stream, so I joined, and yeah, it was very well happening. So this happened right where I'm standing, Jamal Township. This very street, I saw somebody use a slur in game. Now I'll put screenshots on screen, obviously censored out screenshots, mind you, because keep it PG friendly here on the KJ channel. But these were people who were just able to not only swear but also use slurs in game, which obviously you will get suspended instantly if you try to do this, even if you have free chat. So Animaljam's chat system seems a little broken right now. Now before you get to typing your comments saying, oh my god, Animaljam, fix your game, it's so broken, it's so this and that, and sure, Animaljam is a little kerflunky, is that a word? I don't know. A little broken at some times, but I'm not really gonna just instantly throw blame on Animaljam for this, because while I'll go more about in this issue and probably how it's working out to even happening this way, I do want to, just say, a lot of these issues that are happening on the game nowadays, Animaljam has no foresight in seeing it happen. Well, yeah, they could up the ante on some of their security and stuff, especially with stuff like the bot raids happening on the game. Unfortunately, when it comes to stuff like this, they really don't have any foresight on stuff happening, nor do they anticipate it ever happening. So the only way they can really take care of stuff like this is just to let it happen and affect a minute sum of players, unfortunately, when it does arise, so they can identify how it's happening, get rid of the problem, so it doesn't affect a larger sum of players, if that makes sense. And I think that can be said for a large amount of issues happening on the game, and hacks for that matter happening on the game. I hate to glaze AGHQ because people just, well, I don't really hate to, people just don't like when you do that. But that is the truth people probably don't want to hear anyway. When it comes to everything else, they kind of have everything in line. Like they make sure that their chat system is pretty strict. Even if you try to circumvent it sometimes, they end up banning you anyway if you do get around it. Trust me, I would know. Let's talk about more of this slur situation. I'm more focused on the slurs because of how crazy that is, just to see it in game, that's like actually happening. Because this isn't just like, oh, you can type it like this and mimic it to a T and be able to get away with it. No, the people doing this, or person doing this, which I don't know who is doing this, they are using third-party programs to achieve something like this. They are altering the game's behavior in some way in order to have their messages displayed like this, and more importantly, have everybody else in the game see it as well. So it's not a client-sided thing where only they could see it. It's a server-sided thing, meaning everybody in the room could see it. And that much was obvious based off some of the reactions I would see in some of these screenshots and on the clips of some of the streams I've seen as well. Because yes, like, just to get my point across, it would be like if I went into here and said it, just ripped it off the bat, which I wouldn't, by the way. But it's like I ripped it off here and everybody else could see it. Just to put it into perspective, if you don't understand. And while this case of, you know, pretty much circumventing the chat filter entirely, it seems like. It's pretty extreme, especially in the demonstration we have of it being not only, you know, a curse word getting around it, but a slur, and arguably one of the worst slurs of them all. This, weirdly enough, is not the first time I've anyway seen something like this happen in game. It's just the other times I've seen someone using programs pretty much to circumvent the filter, they have not done it to a perfect T like this person has in this case. Actually, the other times I've seen it is like people using, you know, letters and numbers in combination with like spacing and weird stuff like that in order to, you know, achieve some kind of result like this, but nothing where they could just type out like a whole line of text that's like perfectly readable like this. The same with like jamograms as well, where some people would have the same kind of thing where they get jamograms where you wouldn't usually be able to say certain words in a jamogram, but some people using programs would be able to circumvent that as well and receive a jamogram with, you know, certain text you wouldn't usually see. Matter of fact, I don't know if animaljam even knows about this. Well, they're gonna see this video anyway. I know that anyway. So I guess they know now. I would report it to them myself, but they kind of made it a bit difficult to contact them right now. Not the biggest Keck fan. We kind of have to still wait on a reply from them at the moment regarding other things first. But regardless, I'll probably just throw them this video link after the video goes up. They can investigate it accordingly. But there's a good chance that they probably do, given that this happened in a populated room, especially with other streamers kind of capturing it at some points as well. But let's talk about lastly what can you do to stop this or prevent this. I guess it's not really like well, it is a huge issue, to be honest, given what is said and stuff, but what you can do is just block and report the player. That's usually all you can do, and not only in a case like this, but when anybody is actually just using inappropriate language in chat or inappropriate behavior in general, or just messages you don't like, you don't want to see, all you can do is report and block the player, and that's all you really can hope for. You know, if animaljam wants to act accordingly or like wants to step in further, then, you know, you're gonna have to wait for that step a little bit longer, but reporting and blocking is usually the best solution when it comes to these kind of issues in game, when it comes to other players anyway. Even if it feels like sometimes reporting doesn't do anything, trust me, it does. I would know. But yeah, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up here. As I said, I was gonna have a different video out, but I guess we'll save it for another day. Hopefully this is the last video I have to make recently that's about some kind of issue like this, because while it gets a lot of attention, I don't like having to do this, you know. It's kind of an ugly side of the game, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. But hey, look, what more can you do? But yeah, if anything else happens that I don't really catch straight away, do hit my Instagram DMs. Obviously, as I said near the start of the video, you guys are the one that brings this to my attention, so I can actually make everyone aware of it, so we can all be careful together. But otherwise, if you're hitting me up about issues that, you know, I've already made videos on, just check my channel to see if I've already made a video on them, because chances are I probably already have. But hopefully this time we will be back to our regular scheduled programming in the next video. Otherwise, I'll catch you guys later.